Okay people, Buddha Stu here. Today I'd like to talk to you about how the human race got to where it is today. With all the divisiveness in the world, I think it's important to understand what's going on. I think most of the divisiveness that we have, to a certain extent, is inherent in the human being. This goes back to caveman times, when we used to belong to a tribe or a clan. And it was very important that we showed loyalty to the clan. And one of the ways that we did that was by showing hatred to anybody that wasn't in our clan. If we lived in a cave and other people lived on a cliff, then we needed to show that we were loyal to the people in the cave, and therefore we hated the people in the cliff. This has continued on through history and is best exemplified by sports rivalries. Love our hometown, boo our rivals. This is the way that we are. We want to show that we're loyal to the group that we belong to, and therefore we hate the group that we don't belong to. And I think that this happened to a great degree throughout all of history. But then along came something called the radio and television and travel, and we had boats and airplanes, and people started to mix, and they started to learn that the people that lived on the other side of the mountain really weren't demons. They didn't have pointed ears, they didn't have one giant eyeball in the middle of their head and long pointy teeth. And travel and communications did this. We started to become more homogenous or more alike than we were different. People were watching All in the Family and getting enlightened about different social issues. And we were really approaching a point in history where we were becoming more alike than we were different. We all watched 3 TV stations, the same 3 TV stations, 4 PBS, and we were all being indoctrinated into the same culture, the same situations, and we all were coming closer to having the same understanding of things. And then something happened. We had cable TV, and then we had the internet. And these things allowed us to go back to looking at things that were only the things that we wanted to see. This is commonly referred to as confirmation bias. We seek out information that supports our thoughts, our beliefs. So now we have TV stations where if you want to be a redneck, you can you can find pictures of people walling around in the mud and grabbing, snapping turtles and killing them. If you want to only watch black entertainment television, you can do that. There are lots of different stations where you can kind of only view material that's of interest to you. If you want to be a prepper, you can go be a prepper and watch only other people that think the world is going to come to a violent end. The same thing's true with the internet, only even more so. You can really specialize on the internet. If you think that that everybody should strive to prepare for the return of the pink unicorn, you can probably find a website that's going to support that belief. So people are able to self-radicalize much more easily. They get on the internet and they're able to only look at material that supports their beliefs. They don't look at material that disproves their beliefs, and this is something called cognitive dissonance, which is where you see information that disproves your beliefs or is counter to your beliefs, but you just refuse to believe it, you ignore it, act like it's not even there. So again, we need to understand that at one point in life we were all very disparate. We lived in different places, we never communicated with other people from faraway lands, and we all thought evil of them because they weren't part of our group. And then something miraculous happened, and communication and travel and transportation and television started to bring us all together, and we started to converge and be more alike. And then the internet came along and ruined it all, and we've started to go back into being very disparate, very separate. We're able to only view information which supports our beliefs, and we're able to self-radicalize and move away from a central position to many different extreme positions that are far from the center.